Senate President Micciche.
Thank you, Madam President. I move and ask unanimous consent for the honor of the floor to discuss Grandma Micciche, the nonagenarian.
On Grandma Micciche, without objection.
Thank you. This is about my mom. Madeline Micciche was born 3/31/1931 in Brooklyn, New York, to a family of 11. It was funny, when I was home last, we were going through some of her old report cards, Madam President. What I noticed on her report cards was an absence of anything but A's. She's always been very interested in education, has always strived for excellence for her 90 years. She was a seamstress and a designer back then until she met my dad. They were married in the 50s, soon have a family of 6 with 4 kids, me being the 3rd child. And yes, my sisters, including Maria, are my much older siblings. We moved to Florida in the 60s, where we were primarily raised. She worked hard until retirement as a full-time mom, full-time dedicated employee. And she retired from Bell South with just over 20 years ago. You know, we didn't have a lot of money, but that was invisible to us because she and my dad always provided. We ate well, we were dressed well, we were loved always. We were thoroughly convinced by our mother that we could accomplish anything we put our minds to by being dedicated, fair, and honest. She and her little dog, Lucky, continue to be quite the adventurers in life, Madam President. Of course, I've fast-forwarded many years, but I'll just tell you a little story from a couple summers ago. She lives here for the summers. So we were in Ketchimek Bay, kind of a rough day, and what we do is we take the big boat, we tow the little boat, inflatable, and we take everybody to the beach. It was a large trip, a lot of people, and we had to transfer her from the big boat to the little boat and rocking around. She was 88. And one of my buddies said, well, you know, we have to try not to drop her. And I said, try. Dropping her is not an option in this case. But she still will go on any adventure with the family. She's healthy, but, you know, she's 90. And it's just really fun to see what she's willing to do. We moved from Florida to my very adventurous life here, and her and my dad were always willing to participate. She's the most amazing grandma, again, nearly living here for half of the year, participates in everything we do. You can't drop a shirt in my house while she's here without her catching it, and it's immediately laundered, pressed, and hung up. She likes to make sure that she's never a burden, and she never is, of course. She's also an amazing woman and amazingly bright, still sharp. Although she always beats my sisters in Scrabble and periodically beats me in Scrabble, she's amazingly sharp and a game that she loves. She's one of those women, when she does the New York Times crossword, knows the tenor from 1938 that did this thing that the rest of us just don't know. She's very engaged. She reads always. She's a tough woman. She lives alone while she's in Florida, taking care of herself and others. And there's a little bit of karma that happened this year with COVID happening. Her house needs some repair. We do what we can when we go down, but those are brief visits. And this year, last year, there's a contract in the community that his guys couldn't go to work, but he wanted to keep them employed. So he came to my mother's house one day. My mother that cooks for folks, always has a smile on her face. Her neighborhood takes care of her. And they came over and they did a lot of repairs on the house. They painted the house, painted the ceiling or the roof. Other neighbors noticed the work going on. So they came over and removed all of the old soil in her flower beds, completely re-vegetated the house. They redid her driveway. And she talks about that blessing all the time. But really what it is, it's a reflection on the blessing that my mother is to everyone she comes in contact with. And I simply can't wait. It's been over a year. It will be a great day because of COVID. Now she's vaccinated and protected, but it will be a great day when my arms and the arms of my wife and children wrap tightly once again around Grandma Madeline. And that's up to all of you. As soon as we finish our work, I will be heading down there with my family to make that happen. So to wrap it up, happy 90th birthday, Madeline Micciche, Mom, Grandma. We love you beyond words, and we'll see you soon as we finish our work here in the Capitol. Happy 90th birthday.
Thank you. Happy 90th to Grandma Micciche.